Shut up. Oh. Okay, there. It started. Yo, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
Like a hard massage.
All right, guys, it's 8:19. You can go to your next class. Have a good day.
Bye, Miss.
Bye.
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 Yo, go. Stop! Can you shut up? Damn.
Okay, go back to No. Why not? You're bad. I'm back to that.
Mega, I'm gonna beat you up, kid.
Felipe, go to your next class.
No. Yeah, you stupid, Miguel. I'm gonna beat you up. Let's see if I'm right. Guys, I'm live. Ryan, I'm live. Yeah, go.
Good morning. Okay, I'm missing some of you, so let's just wait.
On YouTube. Let's look up. I'm live.
That is coming in, so let me check.
Alright, I'm gonna start starting.
Okay, good morning, guys. Today is an A day, right? Yay. Okay, Noah, give me a minute. Christopher.
I know. I'll tell you the code by the live stream.
Okay.
Ryan, tell me the code. Ryan, tell me the code. And what? Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm coming.
He's coming
Okay, so
in.
it's Pickaxe, Railroad.
Okay, so I have.
What else? Hold on. Okay, my friend is gonna join, right?
Okay. Audrey's coming in.
Yeah, he's in my.
So I have.
He's in my school.
17.
Take the rain off.
I'm waiting for Ignacio Delgado. I don't see Ignacio, so I'm missing Ignacio. And do I have Annabelle in here?
Call Matias.
Yeah, Annabelle is here. Okay, Annabelle is here. And Juan Romero is here. So it's just Ignacio. I'm waiting on Ignacio. So let me just wait a minute. And I if you went to Schoology yesterday, I posted the study guide. Like I said in here, I tried to do it during my planning. It didn't work. We had a meeting, so I had it there in the afternoon, right after 3. I think it was 3:30. So after 3:30, I am going to. Okay, Maria. Through my computer. Okay, Maria.
Okay.
So I'm waiting on Ignacio. So let me just really quick check. Sometimes I can see you guys right here for one room. So let me give him a
Yeah.
minute. And Ignacio,
Zero.
Delgado.
Apple.
Ignacio was absent today. in homeroom.
He's in the same school as me.
Okay.
Let's go, he joined.
So let me.
What is it?
Huh? No, tú no estás en mi escuela,
Okay.
entonces no
So,
puedes entrar.
I'm not gonna wait any longer because I see that he was out in homeroom.
Ah,
So
la cuchilla.
and we have a lot of stuff today.
Yeah.
So it's just missing Andres today. My homeroom. Then let me go to my first. Okay, so I had given you.
You love to see it.
I'm gonna post it in here. I have the slide here for the PowerPoint, and you're basically gonna work on your own, and then I'm gonna check. So Ignacio,
Wait.
hold on, Ignacio Delgado. He's the only one out today. Okay, so absent.
Oh,
So
let's
we're
go,
done
house
with
shield.
this. So let me open up my PowerPoint, and okay.
Matias
So
is
again,
my friend from my
let me hold on a second. This is just practice. If you know how to do this, the test is only 20 questions. You have the
Oh, so he's hitting me now.
study guide has 30 questions.
I killed him.
Again, some of them are easier, just, So this is a study guide, and everyone should be able to see this. If you don't see this, let me know.
You're gonna take the rain off of me.
Maria. So this is a study guide. Again, I'm not going to do this all by myself because I am not taking the test. You are. So you need to do some work in here. It says solve each of the problems below. These represent the type. So you're going to get the same type of questions on the test, okay? So look at number 1, number 2, number 3. We've done this in here before. Don't spend too much time on one.
Baby.
If you
Yeah,
spend a lot of time on one problem, that means that you probably don't know how to do it. So again, I'll go over these. I'm not gonna do all of them, but I'll do some of them because you should know how to do some of the work in here. So what I have here now, it's questions 1, 2, and 3. So please work on 1, 2, and 3, and then I'll check in a couple of minutes. Again, if you're stuck now, I will go over them, but I'm not gonna do all of them. There's no way that you don't know how to do everything in here. Then we have a problem, okay? So you have 1, 2, 3, work on those 3 now. Again, start working now because we're here until 9:50 and you want your 2 breaks, right? So we need to practice. Work on these and then I'll check in about 5 minutes. If you have Schoology open, I also posted the study guide in there, so you could go also. And if you're done with 1, 2, and 3, if you open Schoology, you could keep going and do more. Okay?
Yeah, there is.
Some of them are the same, just different numbers, so you should be able to do this really good. So I have 8:27. I'm gonna check around 8:35. I mean, it's 3 problems, so I'll check around 8:35. We can't spend 20 minutes on 3 problems because we're not gonna be able to review everything, okay? So I'll check at 8:35. Any chance anyone has an emergency, they need to go to the restroom, something happens, and yes, you may go, but you need to come back and do this. For the test, I'm going to give you 2 attempts. So I want to have it ready tomorrow morning. As soon as you come in, you're taking that test, so you have a chance to do your 2 attempts. And you have your notebook, so please look at your notes. Okay, so.
I don't know.
Okay, wait, Brian. I'm gonna check my Oh, I have 1 viewer. Damn. What's up, Matias? What is up, lads? Oh, so you're trying to rush me, huh? You trying to rush me, huh, boy? Short is waiting for you, cool.
Again, remember you have to chat if you need to. Let me know something. Um,
Oh my god.
I'm in
Oh,
here.
damage.
Just trying to fix the room. I need, what's my tape measure?
You know what? We both fought. We both fell. Oh, I love this game. Brian, put creative, right? If you take my things, bro, I swear to God, I'm not playing with you. Hey, how are you there and not dead? Oh, Brian, I just took all your stuff and you just took all my stuff. Hola, miss. Here you go, goes like,
I don't remember asking.
Brian, tell me the thing. Tell me put the creative. Because I need it. I'm down here. I mean, no. Oh wait, I have to do a test in this horizon. Okay, now I am. But yes, fell down. You look creative. I swear to God, bro. Help me out, Matthias. Hey, Brian, let's kill him first. Let's kill him first. Kill him first. Alright, bad, Brian. Alright. He fell down. So, Brian, you wanted to play with me, huh? Oh, me too, boy. I made him fall down again. Yo, wait up, bro. You're so annoying. So bad. Damn. And you put me as a now I can't do anything. You put me as a villain. Bro, you're so bad, man. Put me as a visitor. Hey. can beat you up. He's in ninth grade. Oh, why are you killing me? Oh my god, Brian. Bro, can you put me on creative again? Brian. Brian. Brian.
We have all the lessons for the test. This is a test. We're done with this. So we covered 6 lessons. All the lessons are going in the test.
Brian. For creative,
We
bro.
have 6 lessons, all of them. We're done now with this unit.
Brian, for
We're
creative.
moving on to something new. So everything is going in. We had 6 lessons and it was squares and square roots and cube roots. Although you're not going to see any cube roots on the test, I think. Then fractions and decimals. Then we had estimating square roots. Then we had rational and irrational numbers. And then we had classifying real numbers and comparing and ordering real numbers. We had 6 lessons. We're done with this unit and we need to move on. We have a lot to cover. And so.
Oh my god, Brian.
Okay, Annabelle, let me just wait. Okay, it's 8:36, so let's start. We can't really, again, otherwise we're not gonna be able to do this. So let me,
my cat gives me allergies. Oh.
Okay, so let's start working on here. Again, if you're still working, then pay attention now. If I'm doing something that, I'll give you the answers. I'm going to put the answers in here. If some of you had a question on one of them, but I cannot do them all because then we're not going to be able to do this. I prefer that if you have a question on something, but if you have a question on all of them, then we have a problem. So, give me a minute. Again, the goal here is to do as much as we can, just to review. Then when you have a big test, you need to study. Yeah, you're right. Let me see. Emma, yes, you're good. Okay. So here we go. Yes, Nora, go over that one. Give me a minute. Okay. Okay, so here we go. For number 1 here, and then I'm gonna have the answers for number 1. And I'm gonna do, someone wants me to do A, I'll do A when I'm done writing the answer. So this is 14, this is negative 10, and this is 23, okay? And here the answer is 12 feet. And then in here is 36 inches. Again, the goal here is to try, and I know some of you are not gonna be doing this. The goal is to try to do this. So we did this in class.
Oh my god, bro, you're annoying by me.
I cannot spend another week doing this. Good job. Okay, so Nora, you wanted me to go over number A. So letter A here. This is the same. When you see that 2, and then the radical sign, that 2 is multiplying, okay? So this is the same as 2 times the square root of 49, okay? The 2, see, there's nothing between the 2 and the radical sign. You don't see a plus sign, so that means that 2 is multiplying. So it's the same as this, 2 times the square root of 49. Okay, now, before you do any multiplication, so I'm gonna do 2 times, what is the square root of 49? It's a perfect square, right? One number multiplied by itself, 2 times will give you 49. 7 times 7, right? So the square root of 49 is 7. So now you can multiply 2 times 7 and it's 14, okay? Again, you guys, I gave you a list of all the perfect squares. I gave you a list of the perfect square, perfect square root of numbers. So you have that with you. Have it when you're taking your tests. I mean, you're at home. You have your notebook. Open your notebook. Okay, so I'm gonna move on. Any questions on 2 and 3? And I'm not gonna do them all. Again, in here, the square pool at Sammy's gym has an area of 144. What is the length of one side? You need to find the square root of that number. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here for number 2, it's just finding. And again, if some of you like I'm a visual person, I like to see, I like to do the drawing. So you have a square. The pool is in the shape of a square. You know that the square, all sizes are the same. So this side and this side are the same. So if you find the area, it's 144. And if you find the square root of 144, the answer is 12, right? And that will be one side. So one side of the square will be 12 feet, okay? And if you want to make sure, if I multiply, remember area, if I multiply this, the length and the width, 12 times 12 will give you 144. Number 3, Elena, I don't know. For a square frame. So again, a square frame. She has a square frame. And for her desk that has an area of 81. So the area of the frame is 81. So 81 square inches, right? Now, what is the perimeter? Remember that perimeter is the distance around. Area, so you know area is the inside. This is area. Area is all the in here. This is the area of a frame or an object, right? The perimeter is just the distance around. It's around the distance around. So what do I need to do here first? I need to find one of the length of the side, right? So if the area is 81 square inches, you can say that find the square root of 81. And the square root of 81 is 9. So that means that one of those side length is 9 inches. Okay? So now that you have the side length, you could find out the perimeter. So since you have a square and all 4 sides are the same, all you need to do is multiply 9 times 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. And 9 times 4 is 36, okay? Remember, when you see the word perimeter, sometimes you're going to see the distance. Perimeter is the same as the distance. So some questions you're going to see in distance. So if you see the word distance, you need to find the perimeter. It's the same.
All right, Brian, where are you?
Okay. Some problems, instead of seeing perimeter, you're going to see the distance, the word distance. Are we good with this one? Can I move on? Yes. Okay. So let me now, again, now you have 4 problems in here. Again, I also gave you this. You have, and here, not everyone is going to have the same answer, because if you look at 4 and 5, it says to give an example of a fraction that could be represented as a repeating decimal. Repeating decimal. Okay. And
wait, I made 19 crafting tables and actually.
so think of a decimal, repeating decimal. Think a decimal that has a pattern. So if you have a repeating decimal that you have a pattern in there, you could write it with bar notation also. Well, actually, no, you need to give the example of the fraction. We gave some examples in here. 5, give an example of a fraction that could be represented as a terminating decimal. And then we have 7 and 8. It's just changing your fractions to
let's try
decimals.
to get like so good in this survival mode
So,
that we actually like
I'll give you another. I have 843. I'm checking out 843.
Wait,
850. So you have 7 minutes. I know it's not a lot of time, but that's the only way that we could do all of this in here.
Yeah. Oh wait, give me an axe, please.
Okay, so I said 850.
No, like an axe, not a pick. Wait, okay, look, I could do it. What did I? No, no. Brian, give me axe. What? Really? My arm. Oh, yo, there's a witch in here. They're really bad. I don't know. You're in a really good what? I'm in the same cave as you. No, wait, I'm gonna get some. No, wait, no, it's just that I need some wood, bro. I really need some wood. Oh, there it is. But stop now. Wait, I know. Wait. Just let me get some wood. Oh, me quedo solo, bro. Okay, you better say Felipe my best. Yeah, cause I got so much, bro. I got so much things. Ah, yeah. My God. And then they top shot. No, look, I got an axe already, so I'm good. Oh yeah, I could just get a sword, bro. Go get a boost. Here, where are you? Where are you? You're not here, bro. Wait, here. Oh wait, bro, I think there's something.
Okay, so 2 more minutes and then I'm gonna check.
Oh, shut up, bro.
Okay, number 6, you saying? Let me see. Let me go back. I think, hold on. Said 6 is. Yes. You're right, Valentina.
You what?
707. Repeating, okay. Okay. Again, this wasn't so, it's
Right.
just giving an example and then, okay. So, I guess I could, one more minute, I'm gonna check. So,
One food. Repeat it. Ooh. No, wait. I need to know. Okay. Yo, I swear to God. There's an Enderman on me. I
okay.
cannot look at him in the
So,
eye.
let's go back in here. I know it's, again, if you're a little behind, you need to pick up the pace
Yeah,
a
I
little
think I
bit.
already have enough wood.
It wasn't this bad. For number 4, it says to give an example of a fraction
Wait,
that could be represented as a repeating decimal.
okay, I'm gonna make some
And
more
again,
wood.
this is one example. If I have 1/9,
Oh, there.
and this is what you mean. It says give an example of a fraction that could be be represented as a repeating decimal. 1/9. 1/9
Oh,
is the same as this, as a decimal. So what do you see going on in there? It's a repeating decimal, right? The 1 repeats. So if I write it as with bar notation, it will be something like this: 0.1, and it'll have bar notation on the 1. Okay. So you only needed to give an example of a fraction that could be represented as a repeating decimal. Okay. Again, repeating decimal, that you see a pattern, something, a number, a digit is repeating, 2 digits are repeating, creating a pattern. Then you go to number 5 and it says give an example of a fraction that could be represented as a terminating decimal. And this is really simple. If you have 3/4, and this is something that you know by now, 3/4 is the same as 0.75. That's a terminating decimal. 1/2 is the same as 0.50 or 0.5. That's a terminating decimal. Okay.
Why can't I make this?
So that was really simple.
Thank you. You know how much
What else can I give you? 3 divided by, so even this one here, 3/5. 3/5 is the same as 0.6 or 6/10. Okay. So all you needed to do for 4 and 5 is give examples. Why? So we know that you know what a repeating decimal is and what a terminating decimal is. Okay. So that's basically what needed to be done in there. Just give us examples. Then we go to number 6, and it said that Ricky ran 7/16 of a mile before stopping to tie his shoe. Represent the distance he ran as a decimal. So you have your fraction in here, represented as a decimal. You need to divide, right? So 7/16 divide 7 divided by 16. 16 cannot go into 7, so decimal point 0. Can 16 go into 70? And it will be 5, no, 4. I believe it will be 4 times. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 1 is 4, and 2 is 6. So now when I subtract, 10 minus 4 is 6, add a 0. What happens in here now? This is, it has to be 3 now, right? 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. Then you do the math. 10 minus 8 is 2. Then this now became a 5 minus 4. It's 1. Add a 0. Then what happens in here? Can it be 5? No. 6 is 2, 7. Let me see. 7 times 6 will give me 40. And then 7 and 1. Okay, so let's try this one. 7 times 6 is what? 42. 7 and 4, 11, right? So what do you see happening in here? Some of you did the work, and again, now I have 80. So I believe, actually, I think I can go, this one terminates. Sometimes you need to go a little more. See how I'm going? I went 4 more places in here. So this is 30, 5 and 3 is 8. So my answer here is
Right now, I'm gonna come up here and make this one, right?
0.4375. And my division ended, right? It terminated. So this is what we call the terminating decimal. So this is a terminating. Sometimes you have a long division where you need to
So
keep
I'm gonna
going.
put
So
some more
it is terminating, okay? And this is your answer. Again, you need to do the math work in order to find out if you have a terminating or repeating decimal. So then you went to the next one here, number 7. Emily ended up using 7 and 3 cups of flour in a recipe for cookies. Express the amount of flour that she used as a decimal. So you have 7/3. Then just make it into divide that. 7 divided by 3.
No, I
3
need
goes into
some
7. 2 times 2
gonna
times 3 is
okay,
6.
come here.
Then you subtract decimal.
Here.
And then now this is 3 times
here.
3 is 9. And then now when you're doing the math, you're going to see here what's
I need
going on in here. The 3 is going to be a repeating digit, right? So 7/3 is the same as 2.3333. And it's going to keep, if I keep dividing, it's going to keep going. It will never end, okay? So this one here is a repeating. Again, in order to find out, you need to do the math. Just by looking, unless if you're really good with numbers, and you basically need to do the work. So this is your decimal, and this is a repeating decimal. So number 7 was repeating, number 6 was terminating, okay?
Okay, wait, I'm gonna
So,
just go make myself an iron
see
pick.
what
Okay,
I have in here for
oh, my game is lagging, bro.
guys. Okay.
Okay.
Now
I'm